Welcome back to the SoulBurner876 channel, guys. We are here just to go through my ninth place adventure Phantom Knight deck profile. Hashtag team this close. Without further ado, guys, I'm just going to go through the deck list and show you guys what I played. Alright, so for the PK stuff, we had three torrent scales. Sorry about that. This card, I don't really think I need to explain much, but for like newer players to the deck or newer people to the channel, this is the card that gets you into the rest of your plays. This is your most important extender. It's not so much a starter in this deck because you do play the Brave Engine, which does take away the ability to use normal summon monsters effects, but this is one of your best extender, the best extender in the deck. For the other PKs, we played 3 boots. It's searches, spells or traps, Phantom Knights, and then it specials by having a Phantom Knight, so it specials for free. For the other Phantom Knights, we played 2 Ancient Cloak, because this is the one that doesn't really offer much in terms of special summoning power, so you don't really want to see too much of this guy. So you played 2 just in case, you know, your first combo you can't really get it back, like Levier, so you want to have another one in deck so that you could probably send it from the deck to continue your combo and then just most likely kill your opponent from there. So you play 2 because you don't want to see too much, and then you don't necessarily want to play 1 either, because you want to play a turn 1 and then possibly 3 if the game lasts so long. For the last 2 PK monsters, we played the 1 Ragged Gloves and the 1 Stained Greaves. If you'll notice, I have one of this Ultra and 2 Secret. So when I was siding, fun fact, I actually sided out the Ultra one like most of my games, and I just ran with the 2 because I have this my OCD thing. I don't really like mismatch cards, but I don't have 3 Secret yet, so I borrowed these from a friend, and I'm working on getting my Secret playset. So when I do, I'll have that and it won't bother me as much. But that's it for the PK monsters. For the traps, we played just 3. I only have 2 of this. I haven't gotten a 3rd yet, so I opted to play 3. To be honest, I kinda missed a 3rd. Not so much that it would have made a different impact on the tournament, but just me personally playing the cards, I kinda missed having a 3rd. The 1 Phantom Knight spell we played, the Rank Up Magic. This is the sauce that allows you to go into a card we are going to get to in a bit, but that's it for the Phantom Knight stuff. Then this is the engine that allowed us to make such crazy ass boards. 3 of the Water Enchantress, the 1 Griffin, 1 Wandering Griffin Rider, and 3 Rite of Armseer, and 1 Fateful Adventure, and then the 1 Dracobach. So that was all the adventure stuff we played. We didn't play the dark one. I thought about playing him, but then I was like, nah. I wanted to keep this deck at 40 cards, and then I've been playtesting all week up to the event, like on Dueling Book and a little in real life. So I opted to not fuck with the feng shui. So that's why I kept the deck exactly as I had it, because I didn't have the dark one in the deck, so I decided I wasn't going to put it in later. But that's it for the adventure stuff. Other engines we played, Psychic Wielder, Psychic Tracker, 2 Italis. We played only 2 targets, so why not 2? I know people probably say, play 3 Italis, whatever. But the thing is, I want every card in this deck to be able to get me into another card. And I don't want to max this card so that probably 2 of this ends up dead. And I just have 2 dead cards in my deck. Whereas, if I don't find any of these and I find these will always be live. If I find any one of these, one will always be live. And I could always pitch the other one for Rusty. So, yeah, that was the logic there. I didn't really need to play 3 of this for just 2 targets. We played the BA engine, trusty old engine. One graph, 1 Sir. Doesn't need to explain much. This dumps when you use Cherubini, this effects activate, special summoning this. And then depending on how your hand is set up, you can either levier this or you could simply link it with Cherubini to make Rusty. I think I might give you a combo involving this card and just, with the Levier line. But that's the BA package. And my last minute tick, well, not really last minute, it was like decided like from the week before. I played Terratok and Takitomborg. Now, originally, these were 2 triple tactic talents that I took out of my deck because I didn't play hand traps in this deck. Well, besides 3. I focused more on playing the game and have my opponent stopping me than I did on stopping my opponent. So that's going to be it for all the monsters. Other spells, we played the 1 Rota, because it's at 1 Foolish Burial. This is practically any other PK or the Water Enchantress, should you need any of them. Hell, it's even a BA monster if I need it to be. The 1 called by it's at 1. I don't know what to say about this card. This card is awesome. For this tournament, we were playing 2 Forbidden Droplets. I think it's high time I ordered 3 of these. I had to borrow 2 of these. Shout out to my friend Kirk. He loaned me 2 droplets for the tournament, but not to worry, I'm going to just buy my playset, seeing as it's pretty cheap right now to get. And we were maining 1 Dark Ruler. Now, the reasoning behind the 1 Dark Ruler main was I couldn't get a 3rd of this, and before I was maining 3 of this. So when I got these, I decided to put the 2 to the side and keep the 1 in main, because I wasn't going to play Chalice. That's garbage. Sprite and Tear Element are making that freaking elf that allows their card not to be targeted. And to be honest, the only card I really play this card for is Dwella. So, because Dwella doesn't tell me that I can't play the game, it just tells me that I can't play the game well enough to actually close out the game. It just tells me that I'm playing to lose. And for the last 3 cards in the main, we played 3 Imperv. The thing is, like I said, I didn't want to play to stop my opponent per se. And these cards can help to shut down problem monsters during my turn. So it's more of to help me push through boards than it is to, stop my opponent. When it does come up to stop the opponent in shops, then it can be used for that, but otherwise. That's going to be it for the main deck. It was a deck of 40 cards. For the extra deck, we are playing 1 Mecha Phantom Beast token and 1 Gore's token. Well, this is Spielmark. It's German. So, we play those because you play Birth Engine, so we need the tokens. And then those giant space rocks. Yeah, so we play tokens. For the extra, the one Cherubini has to play. You can't not play this. You don't have a choice. The one dark put in so much work today. I mean, overall, this card has just been putting in work. Oh god, this is heavenly. One Rusty. Yeah, he sets your spells and your traps. But in all honesty, once the first turn passes and you set your one fog blade or the wings, depending on how the board is set up, you don't really have a send off this guy for the next turn. Unless it's a case where you got to play where you didn't need to send the other fog blade, where you have another send so you can continue to play. One unicorn. I call this card a lot today. One access. Access integration! For the final link, it is a card. Well, it was my flex spot because I had a thing where I didn't like the fact that I lost to Marincess in the last tournament, and I didn't have much answers to deal with that freaking monster that is unaffected by other monsters. Like, fuck that shit. So I decided to play this card. Underworld Goddess. It was strictly for that. I did not play IP because I figured the best decks in the room already call IP. I'll just use their IP and just make this. So I'll just use this, bring IP, use two other monsters on my board, and one from theirs. And then I'll make this shit. Simple enough, right? That's all the links I play. I call this once in a tournament. I mean, sure, it stopped at colors, but I kinda still died, so I'd probably change this card. I think I'd probably go back to playing my Donard. I didn't miss the 2 effect Zeus so much, but either AP Donard something, I don't know, but I probably wouldn't play this card in this deck.
Bitch, gotta go. So anyway, my mom says bitch gotta go.
For the XYZs, play 2 Live-In-Here. Because this, as I said, I'm going to give you guys a combo at the end of this vid. At the end of the profile, where I'll show you how you use 2 of these guys in the same turn and then just turn them into something cracked. 2 Break Sword. I mean, you need 1 in the opening combo. You destroy this card, and then you special 2 guys, and then you make this guy, because you played this guy, so you need 2. 1 for your first combo, and then 1 for the next turn. We played 1 Nightmare, because when you pop and you bring 2, they're level 4, so you just make this guy. And then this is Book of Moon times 2 on special summon monsters. Not a lot of decks can deal with this properly without like monster effect negations like imperms or dark rulers or that type of shit, like droplets. They literally have to commit to getting this effect out of the way first, which is okay. It served purpose to draw cards to it. And we played the 1 Evil Swarm Ophion. This is how we were beating like Tier Elements, Brandeds, Mutants, all those shitty decks. Funny, I was playing against DPE, and then I was like, I got DPE off the board, and then I made this guy. I was like, okay, he goes standby phase, he tries to bring it back. I'm like, no, that can't come back. It's like, why? It's resolving. Like, I understand, but this card says you can't special summon in level 5, so the only thing he could bring was Celestial. Yeah. So when this guy is on the board, you can't get nibbed. The bestial monsters can't play. You can't get super polyed unless there is super polying for Mud Dragon. This card just wins you games by itself. We played Utopic Future and Utopic Draco. Because you play two of these guys and you play two of these guys. So, you know, it does come up. Very rare, but yeah. And for the last XYZ, we're playing Zeus. We were just making 2 material Zeuses and just clearing boards. That was really what it was for. And then just leave a 3k body. But we might play the Downerd again and just, like, you know, do messed up shit to people. That's gonna be it for the extra. For my side deck, my side deck was a bit interesting. No, I realized that a lot of these players are abusing the time rules, and most cases when I enter tournaments, I lose games I should not be losing because of time. So I decided to become a little bit more prepared for it this time. So we were siding 1 Barbar, which is what gave me my draw in 5th round, and then we were siding 3 Spooky Dogwood. Because if I can't burn you, I'm getting life. Especially against like branded Despia. Because time is winding down. Their go-to play is going to be Masquerade. So when you say when you use your card, your polymerization to make your Masquerade chain to your, you know, polymerization, I don't really care what the fuck you bring. I'm gonna gain some life, so I'm just gonna lose the life that you just gave me, and I'm still gonna be up in life. We sided 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. In testing, I realized that I was playing 3 of this, but then there were situations where I just wanted to wipe the entire back row. And I don't have lightning storms, so I decided to cut one of these and just main this, or side this. And it came up, because, yeah, I got a pretty nasty board in my first round. This guy just decided that he was going to say, I hate you for the entire day. I'm talking like Necro Valley, Dimensional Fissure, and there can only be one. Yeah, that shit was not fun. But one of Harpy's Feather Duster to the rescue. We sided the other 2 Dark Ruler because Sprite. I don't really want to droplet a Sprite board. I'll just do this. Because the way I'm going to set up, they're not supposed to be able to play back into that game. So not doing any damage on that turn is completely fine. We played 2 Dark Holes. No, this was for like those match-ups where people like to do fuck relocks. Like they will Ra's Disciple you against like branded Despia or Invoked or whatever the shit the hybrids bullshit are. And they give you the Ra's Disciple, you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Essentially. I was like, no, fuck that shit. Dark Hole, I don't care what survives. The Ra's Disciple leaves. And if it's against Sprite, they don't have Omni-Negate for this, so you just clear their entire board and they play. And then you just play from there. We played 2-Dimensional Barrier. I was playing 3 on the side, but then I kind of realized that I didn't need to have 3 of the card in the side deck. I didn't need to take up so much space, so I opted to side 2 and then 2 evenly matched. Not sure if you guys can see it, so yeah, sided 2 evenly matched because it's a pretty awesome board breaker right now. Not a lot of decks have answers to this, and it's exceptional at what it does. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the deck. Now moving on towards the combo. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna showcase the combo. So you really only need either this or the cloak. This works out a lot better though. Any one of the Phantom Knight traps, and in most cases specifically Water Enchantress, and any other level 3 extender that can special summon itself. So you start off by Water Enchantress. Water Enchantress gets you your Rite of Armistier. So you would activate Rite, get your token, and activate the Fateful Adventure out of the deck here. And what you do is you trigger the Fateful Adventure to add your monster from here, and you are going to add the Wandering Griffin Rider. At this point, it is very important that you discard the Fog Blade, because you're going to use that very early or very soon. You're going to trigger the Griffin Rider special summon, and upon the special summon of this, you're going to trigger the Fateful Adventure to get you your Draco back out of the deck. And you keep it in hand. So you normal summon your Torn Scales, because you're already Shiny Space Rock proof, or seemingly so. You bring your level 3 extender, or you activate utility, whichever one. For me specifically, every time I utility, I'm in my first turn, I'm going for this guy because he's 600. The other one is 16. That can always come up later. So from here, you have 2 level 3s. You are going to link straight into the Cherubini. Cherubini's effect will activate, and you're going to send your Graphite cost. Cherubini's effect will activate, and well, activate to gain 1,000, because it gains the attack of the monster it's sent, which is indeed 1,000. Can't really see. Oh well. So Graph is 1,000. Then you're going to activate your Graph's effect, and you are going to special summon your Seer right there. And now you can start your shenanigans. You are now going to activate the Fog Blade in the grave, Vanish, to bring your Torn Scales here. I mean, if you're a bit skeptic and want to dodge like Ogre or like, you know, what's that other card? Gamma. You can put it here. Then you activate your Torn Scales effect, pay your cost, send the Draco back to the grave from your hand. And then you are going to dump your Ancient Cloak from the deck. And then you are going to trigger your Draco back to equip to your token right here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to overlay with your Torn Scales and your Sir. You're going to make Levier. Then you're going to use Levier's effect, and you're going to specifically detach the Torn Scales. Target your Water Enchantress, and you're going to special summon. Now you're going to activate your Ancient Cloak to banish. Still have one random card in hand, by the way. You're going to banish that to add your Silent Boots. Then you're going to trigger your Torn Scales effect, because you just banished the Ancient Cloak to special summon it. before you use the fog blades effect to special summon it. So you're going to bring it back now. Then you're going to overlay into Levier number few. Then you are going to detach whichever one you want at this point. So what you're doing is you're filling your resources for the next turn. And once you got two of these guys on the board, you will overlay them into your utopic future. Now you're going to trigger your Sir that just left under your Levier, and you are going to be summoning back your graph to the zone your Cherubini points to so it can't destroy itself. And now you're going to link your Cherubini and your graph into the Rusty Boy. You can do this before Utopic Draco Future. It's kind of recommended that you do. You don't have to, but you can. You are going to just checking something here. Yeah, you're going to use Rusty's effect, and you are going to dump the Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves. And here you are going to set your other Fog Blade from the deck. So you set in Fog Blade. Then you want to use this effect to boost your Rusty by 800 until the end of your opponent's turn. Now we special summon the cloak, the silent boots, and we overlay into our break sword. We're going to trigger our Rusty's effect, pop our break sword. Break sword's effect will activate, and we are going to special summon our ancient cloak and our torn scales, because we are going to be, well, it's best to activate this card from early. So you're going to banish this card. You're going to send the wings from the deck. You're going to overlay these two into your Evil Swarm Nightmare. So you got two book of moves. And now, all you need to do is activate this card's effect in the grave to banish itself. And you are going to get your Phantom Knight rank up spell. And then you are simply going to set it. Now, this is what your opponent has to deal with. This needs to die twice because this is equipped to this and this protects it once. This is at 2900. This is at 3 grand that negates and takes. This is an Omni negate. This is a Book of Moon ×2 for special summon monsters. And you still have the Phantom Knight wings to bring back Rusty, bring back the break sword. You have a break sword pop, and then you have rank up magic, which is Ophion, and you still have Fog Blade. So let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 points of interaction in your opponent's turn, plus 1 random card, which could be anything. In this case, apparently it's called by the grave, so you'd have this as interruption as well. So that's potentially 7 interruptions, and your graveyard is loaded. I mean, you have this, but you have these for the next turn. Because, I mean, even if you don't use it to book anything, Next turn you can simply just link it into dark and just use your materials from there and just continue the link climb, and that would be the game. But that's going to be it for the combo and the deck profile. As usual guys, like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, peace.